on another fantastic, wonderful Wednesday, giving no credit to Woody, okay? Back on a Wednesday, NIGHT, doing it fabulously, I tell you. How are you all doing tonight? Yeah, me? I'm doing great. I'm doing great, trying to hold on like everybody else is holding on, okay, or is holding on. Yeah, and speak of holding on, you have people like Lil Durk that's holding on in a prison cell right now, or a jail cell right now. Why is that? Because, he was involved, or they say he was involved, allegedly, hitman for hire. Now, in all of this going on with King Von being dead in Atlanta at the Hookah Lounge, and Quando Rondo, do you all remember Quando Rondo's cousin? Yeah, Lil Pad? His mother is suing whom no other than Lil Durk, just like FBG Duck Mom did. She wants those dividends too. Yeah, it's just getting worse for Lil Durk as he sits there with millions of dollars wherever he got it stashed at. Can't use it, can't enjoy it. Street life, maybe caught up, in something that he shouldn't supposed to be caught up in. Not to mention the fact also that they're trying to pin the Stephon Mack murder on him too. How many cases does Lil Durk have? Will it ever get better for Lil Durk? Will Lil Durk spend his life in prison? Will Lil Durk, be recovered from this? But I don't think so. I don't think so. Even as a Chicagoan. And by the way, you all are free to donate to the Super Chat. You all are free to donate to the Super Chat. I'm just saying. But moving right along, still with Lil Durk. Lil Durk is sitting in a jail cell. Is he guilty? There's a great possibility that he could be guilty. You have a lot of people in Chicago that would end up just like Lil Durk. Just like, what's his name? The guy in Chicago that sold a bulletproof vest, automatic weapons, magazines, and a drum, to whom what he thought was a person who had a felony that could not possess a gun. But in reality, it was an undercover agent. Yeah. And now he's looking at what? 15 years in the feds. They want to know where he got the gun from. They want to know where he got the bulletproof vest from. They want to know where he got all of the ammunition from. They seriously want to know where he got that ratchet from. Automatic. Here in Chicago, on the southwest side in the parking lot, they did not disclose where the parking lot was, maybe because they do a lot of entrapment there. Maybe they do a lot of sales there. But I tell you, what's his name? Yeah, what's that guy's name? Oscar Gil Izquierdo. Hey man, you going DOWN. We need people like you off the streets selling guns to people. Now granted, seeing that America is a battlefield, and seeing that we live in Chirac, the city of gangsters and everything, you may need a gun. You may go outside without a gun and may not come back in. I'm just saying. Just like T.I. said in the Grand Hustle, in one of those albums, he said that if his homeboy would have had a strap on him, maybe he would have lived. I'm just saying. Y'all think about that. Who's out there in the chat room? Max VBC. Give me a shout out. What city and state you from? Max VBC. What city and state you from? I'm from Chirac, home of the gangsters, city of the gangsters, Al Capone, and all those, you know, I won't say their names, but Larry Hoover. And Bugsy Muggs. He was here too at one point in time, you know. Dillinger and all of those cats, you know. Adari, yeah. From the Foes, I'm just saying. Jeff Ford, Minister Rico, Monroe Banks, One Arm Fred Gage, City of Gangsters. Seeing that we're talking about the City of Gangsters, I'm just putting stuff out there. I'm not gang affiliated. I don't participate in any gang activity. And I don't condone parents selling their children out to the streets. I don't condone that. All of those people that I just mentioned to you, all of them are guilty of crimes or have been guilty of crimes because Al Capone is dead, Dillinger is dead, Bugsy is dead, you know. But Hoover is still alive. And they still trying to get Hoover out, especially Kanye West. Why are you trying to get him out? You know the man have committed atrocities against people that look like you. He didn't kill no Caucasian people. He did not kill no Caucasian people. He killed some people that look just like you, Kanye West. And all of the mob that was with him did the exact same thing. I'm just saying. Living in the city of gangsters. But here in Illinois, you have people that are wrongly convicted, even though it is a city of gangsters. Yeah, like Cleotis J.R. Chauffeur or Chauffeur. Whatever you want to call the man, okay? He's been locked up 28 years since 1997. Wrongly convicted of a murder and a robbery. 28 years. You just saw what happened with Robert Johnson. I'm just saying, spent 30 years in the prison for something that he didn't do, was locked up since he was 16. But however, in the case of Cleotis Schaffner, or Scheffner, his cousin admitted to the murder. He didn't. Cleotis had no idea of what his cousin was going to do. Armed robbery and murder. But yet, he was an accomplice. You all need to be careful about that, who you hang with, especially here in Chicago, Memphis, LA, New York, wherever there is a high population of black people. And I hate to say it that way. I don't even like to use the word black because according to the dictionary, black means death. I'm just saying. Melanated people, they're Aboriginal people, people of color, anything that's non-white, but they're not even white, they pink. I'm just saying. Hey, what's going on? Ava Paul, what city and state you from? How you doing out there, sister? How you doing, Ava? I didn't forget about you. I did not forget about you. Your brother here is in Chicago. Yeah. And speaking of Chicago, and me as a human being, I want to apologize to Rodney Muhammad. The other day I made a video and called the brother a bitch. Man, did I have former members of the E-Team here in Chicago, Chicago Mosque number 2, which was the headquarters for the NOI. And if you're not familiar with the NOI, it's the Nation of Islam. Yeah. And they asked me to apologize to the brother for calling him a bitch. We had some words about that. Seeing that he misrepresented someone that colored people here in America, or brown people, because I'm brown, I'm not black, I'm brown. Brown people here in America feel something about. And that is Elijah Muhammad. Will I apologize to Brother Rodney Muhammad from Temple number 12 in Philadelphia? Yeah. I apologize for calling you a bitch, but you still a chump. The way you presented the information. I even had a discussion with Punky Brewster. Punky Brewster told me that's how you felt. So what you apologizing for? Even though he discredited, the teacher, the messenger. Seeing that I hang with the brothers, yeah, like hang out with them, travel with them. To keep things smooth, I apologize to you, brother. But you're still a chump from the way that you deliver the message. I just don't understand why Ishmael wasn't there. And this was years ago. Why wasn't Ishmael there? Because we're talking about Chicago. Why didn't he debate Pastor Geno Jennings? I'm just saying. But anyway, getting back to Lil Durk. Lil Durk, he's in the fuel of madness right now. Could you imagine what you would be like having millions of dollars and can't spend it? Locked behind bars like Suge Knight. Suge Knight said that Snoop Dogg is secretly trying to do what? Bail out Keefy D because Keefy D is talking too much. Keefy D was supposed to have his trial sometime during this year, but he didn't. In fact about it, they redirected it till next year, 2026. Do you think that Snoop Dogg is secretly trying to get him out so that he don't say more about all that who is involved or all that who has something to say? Do you think that they would bail him out and then execute the man? Hey, it's a sad spot being in Keefy D position because you know too much. You was running around with ballers. Yeah, Keefy D. Suge Knight put the word out on you. Not only that, Suge Knight said that Snoop Dogg didn't even visit Tupac at the hospital when he got shot up in Vegas. He said that is absolutely false. That's what he said. It was absolutely false. Snoop Dogg, you under the radar right now. It seems to the world that ever since you made murder was the case that you gave me, maybe you could have been a snitch, rat, informant, or a traitor to the cause. I'm just saying. Years ago, did you all see that interview when Snoop Dogg and Tupac was having an interview and Snoop Dogg was talking about Killer Illuminati? Snoop Dogg was looking over at Tupac like, man, you need to shut the up. You know what I'm saying? You need to shut the up. You know, at that point, I really wanted to believe, like the world believed that saw that video, Snoop Dogg distanced himself from Tupac. I don't think Suge Knight is lying. He's just like a female version of Jaguar Wright, coming out with all the goods. What do you think about that? Do you think Suge Knight is a male Jaguar Wright coming out with the goods? He's exposing people. Even though he's in prison, you know, he's still getting paid, you know. And Snoop Dogg has yet had any, you know, clapback at the man. Any clapback at the man whatsoever. Maybe because it's TRUE. I'm just saying. We were just talking about Puffy's mother. Puffy's mother, Janice Smalls, aka Janice Combs, according to Kurt Burrows, was behind the event of him losing his shares in BBE, meaning Bad Boys Entertainment. In fact about it, according to the reports that's worldwide here, Janice Combs, P. Diddy's mother, was the orchestrator of the whole RICO Entertainment Act that took place. She shielded her son. All of his property is in her name. And the feds, according to the reports, all of the information that Lil Rod provided them with in regards to the case against P. Diddy, even though it was dropped, they bringing it up back in court. P. Diddy, you finished, man. Despite you trying to get all of these charges dropped, dismissed, trying to pull a Jay-Z, it didn't exist. Nah. Hell, they even say that you, P. Diddy, according to Kurt Burrows, did what? You beat the man with baseball bats. You beat the man with baseball bats to do what? To get him to turn over his shares, not to BBE, Bad Boys Entertainment, but to Janice Smalls, aka Janice Combs, Puffy's mother. Now, according to the reports, Kurt Burrows, when Puffy first started this BBE, he was the co-founder and even invested $100,000 of his own money. They took the man's shares. They took his annual rewards, his annual revenues that he rightfully so earned being a part of BBE, Bad Boys Entertainment. So a lawsuit is not only against Puffy, but he got one against his mom right now with the founder, the co-founder of Bad Boy Records. Now, you have had Kurt Burrows, who's been living in the streets, homeless, shelters for years. The dirt is coming out on you, Puffy. and your mama. I'm just saying. And rightfully so, it should. Would you, as a person who has invested $100,000 or more to help co-found a business and then get beat out of your business with baseball bats by the person that you co-founded it with and then have to transfer over to his mama? Come on. Kurt is suing for a whole lot of stuff. Okay, I'm just saying. Just like FBG Duck Mama is suing Lil Durk for a lot of stuff. Just like Lil Pap, Quando Rondo's cousin, is suing Lil Durk for him having conspired the whole situation with her son being dead, even though they were aiming at Quando Rondo. It's crazy out here. Chicago rappers, you all need to learn a lesson from King Von and Lil Durk and King Yella. Wow, where did he come from? He's not even in Chicago no more. He's in Vegas somewhere. But you know what? He's out of the Fed joint. He's living a life. Even though his lady left him for a chick. But if my understanding, he had a 35th birthday. So shouts out to King Yella for staying free and not get tricked out of your freedom, even though you just got arrested a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I know you think I didn't see that. Yeah, but I did. I saw that, King Yella. Chicago is mad. It's mad. Gun violence. People selling guns to undercover agents. Rappers from Chicago being tried for murder for hire. You know what I'm saying? Being sued by moms whom cried at the casket of their sons because of Lil Durk, who's trying to escape on a plane to Europe when they caught his ass. I'm just saying. Crazy out here in Chicago. But if you all are not careful, you just may end up being like a Robert Johnson. Like a who? A Oscar Gil Izquierdo selling weapons, vests, drums, magazines, and automatic switches. Come on. We got to do better here. We have got to do better here. Not only here in Chicago, but as in humanity. We got to do better. But you know what? Maybe there's no hope. You know why? You just had this Arizona man by the name of who? What's his name? Adam Joseph Montoya, 27 years old in Arizona, who cuts off his daughter electricity with an AR-15 right in front of her mom, 13 months old. We're just not going crazy here in Chicago. We're going crazy nationwide. According to the reports, no motive has been articulated or found in regards to why Adam Joseph Montoya shot and killed his 13-month-old child in front of the mother. How many of you all would do that? Is life that bad here in America? Is the system of America cracking people to do destructive and deathful things? I'm just saying. There's a lot of pressure here on Americans. Even for the federal workers, they are under pressure. And some have resigned versus standing with Elon Musk to what? Destabilize the American government. They took the payout. Are they going to get it? Well, we don't know. We don't know. But they say 25 people, if I'm not mistaken. Let us get that offer, Elon Musk. Let us get it. Seeing that you are who you are, a Nazi, a racist, and he presented that to the whole eyes of America. So you see what you're dealing with. You're dealing with Nazis. Just like those people in Boston, Massachusetts is dealing with Nazis. The Patriot Front. Have you all heard? The Patriot Front is a white supremacist group that branched off from the Vanguard of America, another white supremacist group in America, and they held a demonstration downtown Boston, Massachusetts, while you had people rallying about police brutality downtown at the library, at the state. Have you all been to Boston, Massachusetts? If you ever go to Boston, Massachusetts downtown, don't go to Chipotle, okay? Do not go to Chipotle. Hey, I had my friends laughing at me. I was chasing the police in Boston, Massachusetts, trying to film them versus them chasing me. Hell, we was right in front of the Boston Globe when all of this took place. 100, I ain't gonna lie to you. Do you think that more white supremacist group has surfaced since the re-election of Donald Trump? No one even was arrested, and they had a bullhorn talking about let's reclaim America, make America great again, part of the MAGA people. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that Donald Trump would make that happen? Do you think that Donald Trump is a racist? Do you think that Donald Trump is for the interest of American people, seeing that the American people is suffering inflation right now? Paying more for eggs, paying more for gas, paying more for cars, paying more for rent, place to stay, clothing, and everything else. He is creating a blackout in America without even saying that the government is suffering a financial crisis or the government will be shut down. He's putting creating a blackout for businesses, for small businesses, that is, and for everyday average consumers. He's putting your lights out. He's putting your lights out. Blackout. Just like Chile. Anybody plan to have traveled to Chile? Somebody didn't pay the light bill there. Somebody didn't pay the light bill in Chile. Because right now Chile is suffering a blackout. 14 out of 18 regions in Chile, 16 regions. 14 out of 16 regions is dark, with the exception of government buildings and the police. They got backup generation systems for that. But this happened because Chile went privatization with the electric company, and according to the reports, the grid blacked out. Too many people online, too many people got electricity on, but you turn it over to privatization versus leaving it the way it was, where people would be able to see right now. You might as well be blind when you go to Chile right now because you're not seeing nothing. They have even instilled a curfew from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. in Chile. National emergency. Even the president of Chile said that there's going to be clapback to the privatization electric companies that is supposed to have been providing them electricity. Is this a sign for America? Seeing that we are all on these devices, seeing that we're using energy like mad, seeing that we have went to grids, could you imagine what it would be like comparing their 14 regions out of 16 regions to 48 regions here in America and just leaving 2 that's lit up? Could you imagine that? I can't imagine that. There would be no curfew. It would be raids, vandalization, stealing, breaking into businesses in the middle of the night. That's what will be going on here in America if it ever comes to that point like it did in Chile. Do you remember a couple of years ago when San Diego, California was stressing about how much people was using the electricity on the grid? Could you imagine what it would be like having lights out in San Diego, California? Not to mention that they had just recently in Los Angeles got the electricity cut off with all of those fires that took place where they're going to build those smarter cities and have those Olympics at. I'm just saying. Y'all got to be careful out here. We're just chopping it up on a Wednesday night, giving you world news, giving you informative information that you can use that you probably missed or didn't see on your television. But we're bringing it 100, no cover up, with FACTS. But let's go back to Puffy Mama real quick. Janice Smalls, a.k.a. Janice Combs. According to Court Burroughs, she's the chief. She's behind all of the masterminding, even the trafficking, even the use of illegal drugs for him to have sex with people, laundering his money illegally, but legally. Yeah, we got to get back to Combs right now. Because it seems that all of these artists are getting themselves in trouble. Bad Boy Entertainment was the #1 black record label, according to the reports, ever. According to the reports, ever. Well, you all had Diddy on Front Street. His mama was in the back pulling the strings, making things happen. Have you seen her with those pictures with Mary J. Blige? Seeing that Mary J. Blige was the gateway, the female gateway, to BBE pimping? Puffy, you DEAD, man. I know you've been locked up since September and everything, man. But things not looking good for you. And things not going to look good for your mama. You had everything in your mama name when your mama, according to the reports, allegedly, was controlling everything. She was the Don of it all. Did you kiss your mama's ring? Damn! But you should have never went against the crown. And just from my standpoint, P. Diddy and all you P. Diddy fans, P. Diddy is in prison right now in jail at the Federal Detention Center, where Tekashi 6ix9ine was, because he went against the crown. Everything was hush-hush until he went against the crown of the Britons. Y'all can take it or leave it on that. Y'all can take it or leave it on that. Y'all can sit up here and talk for 2 hours and, versus cut it short. Because people have, short attention spans, short time spans. They like it like microwave popcorn, already ready, you know. But that's how you want it. That's how I'm going to give it to you, okay? Yeah. And if you're here in Chicago, make sure you go over to Lim's Barbecue on 75th Street. Why? Because Limbs have been nominated for the James Beard Award, which is one of the most highest prestigious awards for culinary arts, barbecue, chicken, shrimp. Because it seems to me that Puffy is all three of them. Cooked. Damn, Puffy, you're looking like Limbs right now, man. Finger looking good. Yeah, finger looking good. So all of you Puffy fans that's out there, it may be over with for you. What they say here? Huh? There's somebody sending me some information right now on another device. Huh? Oh! Here it is in Chicago. Speaking of Limbs in Chicago. You have a 19-year-old male, south side of Chicago, Calumet area. Tyler Wright, 19 years old, on a ankle bracelet monitor to keep him at home, trying to keep him safe, trying to prevent him from committing more crimes. And what did he do while he was on this home monitoring bracelet device? He invited children over to his apartment from ages 12 to 14, and he's 19. And you know what he did? He invited them to come over to smoke weed, drink alcohol, and play with guns. Yeah, play with guns. And just so happened while they was playing with the guns, Delilah Bate, 12 years old, female, sitting on the floor when the 14-year-old did what? Grabbed the gun that they was passing around, and one of the teenagers checked the chamber, put the clip in, and then passed it around. Giving it to another 14-year-old male whom was on house arrest for gun charges, just like Tyler Wright was. Okay? And when the 14-year-old got the gun, he cut off Delilah's electricity. 12 years old, shot her in the head. Damn. Now, everybody's in trouble. Everybody's in trouble. However, due to a new Illinois state law, youth offenders cannot give life sentences in jail. However, that's not the case of Cleotis Schaffer, who did not commit the crime, who has spent 28 years in prison, and right now he's in Lawrence Correctional Facility. Now that only applies, this new law, for youth offenders not having life sentences or having no possibility with parole. This is something new. But for all of those youth offenders who are now behind bars, it don't pertain to you. So you're stuck. Like Cleotis here, who didn't do the crime, but he's doing the time. 28 years. So you all need to be careful out here of who you associate yourself with, who you hang around, whom you know, what they call it? Damn. When you're in a group of people, what they call that? I'm just saying. It's so small for me. But, you know, loitering. Yeah. Don't be in crowds. Don't get around people who may possibly don't like life anymore. All of these people that I mentioned to you just about, Lil Durk, Snoop Dogg, Suge Knight, Janice Smalls, aka Janice Combs, Adam Joseph Montoya, and Cleotis Chauffeur, they don't like life. Even with Chauffeur, he said that he did not know that his cousin was going to rob and kill these people. Now that I have to give him a play on. Even after the fact, specifically after the fact. Hey, what's going on there? 2-5, Diddy? What city and state you from, 2-5? I saw you out there, but I've just been on my road here. So I didn't mean to like disrespect you or make you feel that you were unimportant. Because everybody getting shots out here. You know, Max V, BC, Ava Paul, 2-5. Anybody else out there that want to press that subscribe button? And like I said, you are absolutely free to donate to the super chat. I'm just saying. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. I appreciate you for viewing because you could have been somewhere else doing something else with someone else. I'm just saying. All of these people. Criminal activity. When will it stop? When will it stop? Do you think that the Patriot Front, the white supremacist group that was in Boston, Massachusetts, do you think that they're participating in a, criminal activity? Or is it a freedom of speech? Even though you're talking about hatefulness to people of color, is that a crime? Would it be a crime for me and the Black Guerrilla Group, okay, which they bombed over there in Boston, Massachusetts, back in the 60s? Even the mayor said back then that he would do it again, even though they bombed babies. They bombed people who were awakened, who were trying to be, or were not trying to be, revolutionary, meaning have change. Not to be violence, but revolution is violence now. However, it just represents a change. Will you kill people for trying to make a change? They do it all the time. They do it all the time. Right now, they're trying to make a change with Diddy. They're trying to make a change with his mama. They're trying to make a change with Lil Durk. And Cleotis Chauffeur don't have a change because he was locked behind bars way before the Illinois new law of youth offenders took place. Crazy out here. And you got, some McDonald lovers out there. Seeing that America likes to turn off people's TVs. You had a 15-year-old in Maryland that cut off a 38-year-old man's TV who was a guard at McDonald's. Jamal Davis in Maryland lost his life to a 15-year-old working as a security guard at McDonald's. And no one seems to know what the altercation about. But I tell you, if you're a security guard and you're working anywhere and you run up on those young boys with the bang bang, you should stand down. Because whatever you make in an hour ain't worth your life. I'm just saying. Is it worth Your mama crying, your daughter crying, your brother crying, your son crying, your grandmama crying, because you wanted to have some authority in McDonald's over some young offenders or youthful people that don't care about life no more. When you see people who don't care about life no more, you need to step out the way. You need to get out of their existence. Now, Jamal Davis is pushing up daisies, all because a 15-year-old took his life, just like the federal courts are trying to take Diddy's life on sex trafficking, extortion, the whole RICO thing. I'm just saying. They trying to go to a book at that man. What do you do out here? You know what I mean? What do you do out here? It's just crazy. We're living in America, and Donald Trump and Elon Musk is not making it any better for anybody here. Not even those on Medicaid. And speaking of Medicaid and medical experiences, did you know that over 300,000 people here in America die because of medical misdiagnosis, meaning malpractice? Do you know that over 420,000 people here in America are permanently disabled because of medical misdiagnosis, meaning medical practices? Yes, a lot going on here in America. Yeah, the greatest country in the world. Yet we have the most prisons in the world. We used to have the most insane asylums in the world before they closed all the insane asylums and let all the crazy people out. I'm just hey, that's 100. That is actual facts. I'm saying that is actual facts. I'm just not pulling this out my ass. It's actual facts. The number one country in the world, so they say. I'd rather be here than anywhere else. I'm just saying. Not to mention the fact that my ancestors built this goddamn place. Built the place that Donald Trump is staying in. And everybody seems to be wanting to cut off everybody's electricity. Blackout. Did you know that this Friday is a blackout? Did you know that this Friday is a blackout? Just not for black people. For all Americans. Don't spend no money on gas. Don't go to Target. Don't go to McDonald's. Don't go to Walmart. Don't buy nothing. It's a blackout. Especially for you black people, seeing that black people spend the most money in this economy. Almost like $2 trillion. Still don't own nothing. And according to the reports, they say that black, brown, they confuse us, you know what I'm saying? But I know I'm brown, but, for black for the purposes, okay? Say that we even buy the most expensive cars here in America. No wonder that everybody else is rich except us. We don't even spend our money on ourselves or with ourselves because we don't own nothing. Is that because of Dr. Martin Luther King and integration? I don't know. I'm just saying. Some people say that now. But this is a blackout Friday for all Americans. Don't buy nothing. Don't pay nothing. If you owe a bill, be like Chile right now. Blacked out. Yeah. Be like Chile right now. Don't pay your bills. Don't do nothing that day, because I won't be doing it, okay? I won't be doing it. All of these big fast food chains, all of these any and everything you want, department stores or whatever. If it's a big business, don't buy. Don't buy if you don't need to. But if you have to get food, gas, and all of that other stuff, get it on February 27th, okay? Which is tomorrow. Don't do it on a Friday because it's Black Friday. Like they have Black Thursday. We making it Black Friday to send a message to the people that is empowered over us. You all forgot who put them in power. You all forgot really where the power lies. It lies with the people, not in President Trump, not in Elon Musk, but the average everyday Joe who goes to work every day that they call taxpayers. I don't care if you're a blue collar worker or a white collar worker. That BYOU. So don't succumb to any and everything that you need on Friday. It is my hopes that you won't do it. Excuse me, I had to burp. But it is my hopes that you won't do it, okay? And like I said, prior to this, if you got to go to the doctor, seeing that we are being misdiagnosed and we are being malpracticed upon, get a second opinion, get a third opinion, get a fourth opinion. You know, just ask Halle Berry. Yeah, just ask Halle Berry, who was recently just misdiagnosed having herpes, which caused problems between her and her present mate. You know what I mean? Not to mention the fact that Halle Berry is tired or made a statement about her being the only black woman who won an Oscar award lately here. And she had slept with, what's that Caucasian man name? The funny man. The weird man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You know, the Santa Claus man, you know. Yeah, he played in the Santa Claus movie. I can't think of his name right now, but you all know exactly who I'm talking about. And that's why she won that Oscar award. Truth be told, y'all can accept it or reject it, but the people in the industry know. The people in the industry know. And by the way, speaking of the industry, if you didn't know, Roberta Flack is dead. You know, killing me softly with his song, you know, telling my whole life. Dead. Yeah. At the age of 88. Had Lou Gehrig's disease. And what was another of her number one hits? For the first time, When I Saw Your Face. Not to mention the fact all of the tracks, or one or two, duet that she did with Peabo Bryson. Remember Peabo Bryson back in the day? Do y'all remember Chris Jasper back in the day, who is the former producer of the Isley Brothers? Songwriter, Isley Brothers, died at the age of 73 from cancer. They didn't say what type of cancer. That's according to the family reports. But if you enjoyed For the Love of You, Between the Sheets, Caravan of Love, you might want to thank Chris Jasper for helping all of that make happen. Not to mention the fact that after the Isley Brothers had this band in the late 80s, mid 80s, he went on to produce 12 more albums of his own under his own record label. Chris Jasper. Seeing that we was talking about the music industry, I was just saying. But anyway, you all, I want to thank you all for being here because you could have been somewhere else. And if you haven't checked out my other channel, MOPOWERZ, here on YOUTUBE, go over there. If you're into traveling, if you are into gaining more knowledge of yourself, even though we have some knowledge of yourself here on this channel with We Got That Smoke, with the likes of Dr. John Henry Clark, with the likes of Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, with the likes of Minister Louis Farrakhan, with the likes of Dr. Amos Wilson, with the likes of Dr. Ben Jochannan, We got that over here. But if you want more in-depth information, more science, more wisdom, go over to my other channel, MOPOWERZ, here on YOUTUBE, and listen to those audiobook series that we have awaiting for you. We did all of the hard work. Only thing you have to do is have some time to spend and learn and gather more information that will make you a more powerful being. Audiobook series like Black Man of the Nile and His Family. Yeah. Audio series books like The Destruction of Black Civilization, like The Fall of America, The Message to the Black Man, From Babylon to Timbuktu, which is a masterpiece, and The Demonology of King James, and As a Man Thinketh, and so on and so forth and so forth. We even get off into the occult world over there with the chronological order from alchemy to Wicca. So if you haven't went over there to my other channel, MOPOWERZ, here on YOUTUBE, go over there. And if you are into Chicago anything, if you've ever been on my television show that I had in Chicago on Channel 19, go over to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE, and you'll find the likes of Diane Corder, Reggie Reg, Dion Cole, Durl Banks, Twister, Shauna, Boxed Out Entertainment, Psychodrama, Buck from Psychodrama, Triple Darkness. We have a whole cast of videos over there for you to WATCH. So if you're into all of that, gangster rap, old school hip hop, old school comedy, old school spoken word, poetry slam, Chicago street clips, Chicago independent movies, make sure that you go over to my other channel that I just told you about, THEMOSHOW Classics. Yeah. And on your way out the door here, since we've shared so much information to you, for you, and with you, we ask that you press the subscribe button on your way out the door. Make sure that you hit the notifications and the word, make sure that you hit the word all and the notification bell, to help ensure that you get notifications when I upload videos here on YOUTUBE. Make sure that you also press the condiments, the like and the share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your CONVERSATION conversation. All the time, 100 here on THEMOSHOW Chicago. And by the way, we also ask that you leave your comments in the comment section. We will reply to you as quickly as we can, because your feedback is feedback for us, And if you want to support this channel or any of the 3 channels that I just informed you about, make sure, if you can, donate on that Cash App. We accept charity donations, okay? We accept all of that. Yeah, contributions, charities, and donations. And by the way, shouts out to Ooga Booga Radio. If you all haven't went over to the Ooga Booga Radio station here on YOUTUBE, we are doing great things over there. Yeah, me and JR Valentino and Parky herself. She just dropped her first podcast on Ooga Booga Radio. And if I'm not mistaken, she's almost to 100 views on her first video. Shouts out to Parky. So if you all haven't been there, make sure you go over there and support that channel as well. Ooga Booga Radio, Galactic Boy Entertainment. Galactic Boy Entertainment. That's where you can find Ooga Booga Radio at. Galactic Boy Entertainers. And with that, you can find more Chicago independent movies that we have produced, and some of which that I am in. So go over there and do the same thing. Like, share, and subscribe. I got to get out of here and get on to some more things right now. But I want to thank you all for stopping by, for viewing, sharing the information, liking the video, and all of that good stuff. Because if it wasn't for you, we would not be here tonight on this fabulous Wednesday night. Peace out, you all. Thanks for viewing. And never give up on your DREAMS. Why? Because some dreams do come true.